Wow. Can you just give yourself a round of applause for looking this awesome today? So, as you hear, my name is Marvina Newton, and my story, I'm going to try something. I do like hearing my voice, so I'm going to keep saying I like my voice, I like my voice, I like my voice until I hear everybody quiet. Thank you. The Queen is on stage. Sorry, I've never been this confident, actually. I can remember when I was 16, embarking and homeless. I might not look like it. Actually, I didn't look homeless. Because back then, in Dagenham, during BNP area, which I thought was black and proud, it's not black and proud, homelessness didn't look like me. So when I found myself on the streets, people couldn't understand why I was on the streets. So I had to convince people I was homeless in the first place. But I also had my GCSEs. So imagine walking from Barking to Canning Town every day and going into McDonald's to clean up, and they also give you free food. Don't tell the managers that. But one thing I know was that my homeless family were really awesome. I used to live in the Vicarage Field shopping mall in Barking. And you start learning resourcefulness, and you start learning the gift of the gab, and you start learning the fact that I need to use this color that I'm wearing, that I can't change, to work for me. And then my homeless mom used to do the big issue. And she said, well, if you're serious about this, if you had that business swagger, that's how I see it, you can potentially get out of the streets. So I kept myself, and I gave myself a timeline. Because people were telling me they've been on the streets for years, and I'm like, I can't live on the street that long. It's cold. And you get into habits. You pick up some really bad habits. Because when it's nighttime, you're a little bit scared. Being a woman is really quite dangerous on the street. And you start learning that you need to be accountable to yourself. And I really wanted to drop a lot of that bad habits I picked on the streets. But what was great is about you knowing your self-worth and being able to say, can you buy this big issue? And actually, I'm telling you to buy me. See me. For that 1 second when you buy that newspaper, see me. Don't bother about anything else. Give me a chance to build my career. Give me a chance to be someone awesome. Well, I went further and I actually did microbiology, just because I like bacteria and I was weird. And then before I knew, I was a biomedical scientist, and I was cutting body parts for a living. Yes, I know, conversation killer. And every time people told me what I couldn't do, so I couldn't do the homeless thing too long, so I made sure I got a house in like Walthamstow, because obviously, big up Walthamstow. And I couldn't do the fact that people said, my mom said, you're gonna be a doctor. I said, no, I'm gonna be a microbiologist. And they said, okay, you can't be a biomedical scientist, so I said, I'm gonna go to histopathology. And then they said, you know what, you can't do gaming too, so no one could beat me in FIFA in this room, I don't care who you think you are. And I do go to Comic Cons, and I do dress up. And I am going to Whitby next week, and I'm celebrating in big style, goth style. And that's it. One of the greatest things I learned about, at that 16, selling the big issue, is that I can do anything. Just give me that challenge and I would do it. So I then chose to set up a charity after a friend of mine took his life. And that shaped me up. And I suffer from mental health, and I say it openly, and it's okay. All of us have our up, down. And I realized that it's actually quite deadly. Yes, cancer can get a cure, but your mind is the battle you fight. And a lot of people on the street have that battle, and we need to recognize that. And I set up a charity to work with disadvantaged and marginalized young people age 11 plus. But do you know the cool thing I do with them? I don't treat them like kids, I treat them like superheroes. So tell me what the issue in your community is. Now tell me what you love doing. Now I need you to just kind of put a little bit of Prince 2 on that and give me a business model canvas. Try and sell me your idea. How are you gonna make me buy social change? How are you gonna do that? So you have to show me what you're passionate about. So if you like rapping, great. You hate mental health, even better. Tell me how you're gonna fix that with rapping now. How are you gonna raise awareness about bipolar? How are you gonna raise awareness about eating disorder? Using what you're good at. And I have to say, I don't pay attention to bad kids. I'll say that, because we're all bad in one way. There's a lot of services for youth offending, pregnant moms, all the lots. I care about the normal kids, which I think most of us are. There's a borderline for 90% of young people that never get seen in the system because they're not bad enough to be noticed, but they're not good enough to be noticed either. So they can easily fall on the cracks. So my services just sees them and tells them, I see you and you have a voice to influence change. And that's what Big Issue did for me. It gave me a voice. And since I found my voice, I felt like a goddess and a queen. And that's what we're here to celebrate, 25 years of awesomeness, 25 years of giving people second chances, 25 years of making people like me stand in the stage where you can see me and see my potential. And for that, I think we need to give them a round of applause while I walk off the stage. Woo!